do want to leave whoever watches this with some encouragement. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Just about 2 months ago, I got called to leave Wilberforce. And we still producing, still showing up, still here. God got plans. You know what I mean? Cause that's all my life has been. That's all my story has been. Nothing's been easy. Just having people around you who not just gonna be like, yes, because you are a creator.
There we go.
It's yes, but is the timing right? Yes, but is the alignment right? My mom, she tells me all the time, like I was kind of like the wise child growing up. People can be good friends from the outside. You see an apple from the outside, you're not gonna be able to really tell until you bite into the apple if it's a good or bad apple. So he kind of like put that in my brain and it kind of stuck with me on like people can be good friends when they're drinking with you. But who's really your friends when you're at your lowest? You know what I mean? Who's really your people who, when you're not feeling your best, can get you to your best?
Welcome back. This is Fresh P Podcast, man. It is your host, Bashiru Moose, also known as Bass. I'm here at Wilberforce University, man. As you guys can see, man, we are here in the band room. I'm here with a special guest, man, all the way from Indianapolis. But, man, he sent me an invitation to come to Wilberforce last year, September 12th. Man, I'm talking about, man, when I met him, he was just, man, just training kids at the freaking camp, right? So I already knew the type of person he was, right? Just to show up and be there for young children.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I bring to y'all DeAndre Dave Taylor.
Man, what up? Excited to be here, man. Appreciate you for having me.
Well, it's an honor to have you here, man. And, you know, our relationship is really short, man. I've known you for a short amount of time.
For sure.
But even with that said, man, it's crazy how, you know, I run into people like-minded, such as C2.
Not for real.
And
Shout out C2, man. Yeah.
And I think that was was that our first encounter?
Yeah.
Really?
Our first encounter was at face to face. We were at McAllister's.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had a meeting at McAllister's. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's just crazy to see like-minded individuals like yourself,
Yeah.
you know, continue to push, man, and you surround yourself with leaders like such as C2.
For sure.
And when I met C2, man, he was doing the same thing, content creation, marketing.
Yeah.
Just man, trying to level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out C2, man.
So it's just a privilege, man. So Dave, I wanted to get you on this podcast solely because, man, you know, I see what you do in the community.
For sure.
You got a sharp mindset. And honestly, I just want to bring that to the audience, man. And you know, what I've realized, y'all, man, the more that I do these podcasts, honestly, when we get to the show, it's the show. But honestly, what brings us here is really what goes behind the scenes. Yeah. And so that's what we really...
The part they don't see.
The part they don't see. And so that's kind of what we hear. I mean, we literally I was here yesterday. I interviewed ARP Force and Nubians. And Dave is the founder of ARP Force. And with that being said, like, Dave, can you just talk to me about, you know, just the trials and tribulations that you've been going through? You don't have to speak too much on that, but, you know, I see what you do. You put a smile on people's faces, and then your crew continues to, you know, uplift. I could see it. So can you just tell me about all that?
Nah, man, I think me and my homies, we talk all the time about being chosen. And I think with being chosen, it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of obligations. It comes with just a lot of storms that you're gonna have to overcome in this lifetime. And I think for me, like you said, surrounding myself around the right people, keeping God first. I think all these trials that I've been going through with, you know, having to remove myself from Wilberforce due to financial issues and other things, you know, that happened to me, you know, while I was at Wilberforce. All of those things made me stronger. All of those things put another chapter in the book. All of those things put another chip on my shoulder. And I just am thankful for those things. I'm thankful for the trials. I'm thankful for the tribulations because that's literally what ARP is built on. Like what you seen tonight, that's trials and tribulations. What you seen tonight was what? Monday, my car didn't start. You know what I'm saying? For me to even drive down here to get to these practices. And that's just one of the 1,000 things. Yesterday, the practice, we talked about missing crucial people from the show in practice. So it's like every day it's a fight. But I think the thing that makes ARP special and the thing that I try to, you know, really harp on my guys about is just thriving through chaos. that's gonna make you different from everybody else. Being able to thrive in chaos, man. Being able to kind of like everybody else is, and you're the only one like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, how can I fix this? I think that's gonna make you kind of like the difference maker, the key for sure.
That's deep, y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, this brother's different. And y'all gotta connect with him, man. I'm telling y'all,
For sure.
yeah. So I mean, in the future, hey, man, hit him now, man. While the prices, you feel me? While the prices where it's at. With that being said, man, can you tell me, as strong as you are, man, always remember purpose. You guys are really devoted around and centered around God,
For
faith,
sure.
driven. Um, even I know that about you guys, but can you talk about just a few people that's in your life that that inspire or not even inspired you, or maybe that you looked up to and,
Yeah.
and that helped you become who you are?
I think me and my Dukes, we talked about this the other day. One of my cousins, so growing up, I kind of did like gospel dance sometimes. So me and my Dukes was talking about that and how it would start from a song, right? It would start from you liking a song and then you saying, I want us as a collective to dance to the song. So it starts from just a song. And then you create, keyword, you create a dance that goes along with the song that brings emotions out of people. So having that background growing up, kind of like it shifted me to see kind of like, you know, how it takes from just a vision to emotionally getting to people. So I would definitely shout out my cousin Ladina for that. Like my guys, Reese, Justin, Mir, Reem. I can't name everybody. I know they gonna kill me for this. But just my guys, man. I call them when I'm down. I call them when I'm scared. I call them when I have an idea, but I'm moving with fear with it. I call them any time, and they kind of like they push me. Like, bro, you are who you are for a reason. You can do this. We can accomplish this. This can be done. So just surrounding myself around my guys, my parents, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Um, yeah, man. And one person I gotta give credit to, my guys gonna give me for this, but Casanat. Just that creator mindset that the world hates you for it, but you do it anyway type of mentality where he was when he jumped into the fashion industry. That kind of motivated me on a whole nother level to kind of just take it further, take my visions further, take my dreams, my goals, and just run with it. Since I've been having since a kid. So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's deep, man.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, just the role models that you have in front of you, man, and you just see how they operate, man.
Yeah.
It tends to like, okay, I could do this too.
Nah, for sure.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
And so yeah, with that being said, man, you talked about just having a great circle.
Mhm.
And man, that was something Justin, he talked about yesterday in an interview with Nubians and ARP Force with just, man, gotta have the right circle.
Yeah.
Choose your circle wisely.
Man.
And with that being said, man, can you just talk about like, or can you address, someone that, maybe they could be an introvert or someone that is like, maybe it's hard for them to find friends. And it's like, man, but we all know it take a village to raise a
Yeah.
child.
100%.
And so can you just talk about like, man, finding the right circle? Like you came to Wilberforce, you got Reese here, man, support, chilling, vibing.
Yeah.
So can you just talk about that?
I think for me, the biggest thing for me when it comes to surrounding yourself with a circle is one of my guys, Rail, shout out Rail, but he talks about the fruit, right? So like a lot of people can be good friends from the outside, right? You see an apple from the outside, you're not gonna be able to really tell until you bite into the apple if it's a good or bad apple. So he kind of like put that in my brain and it kind of stuck with me on like, people can be good friends when they're drinking with you, when they, doing all the other stuff with you. But who's really your friends when you're at your lowest? You know what I mean? Who's really your people who, when you're not feeling your best, can get you to your best? Um, and another thing about my homies is pride. Uh, just we killed that early on when we first met each other. Everybody kind of killed the pride thing. Um, because a lot of friendships when you're doing business with your homies, pride gets into it a lot. So anybody who's doing business with people who are kind of like close with you, pride will eat at you a lot. Making decisions of me sitting out on the podcast you guys did with Justin. You gotta be protless. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to kind of set yourself to the side for your guys, and show up for your guys as well. Like Reese, right now, we fresh off a 3-hour show. You know what I mean? And we sitting here, doing a pod. He's sitting with me. So just kind of like acknowledging the real when you see the signs, like, okay, I can see the fruit of that person. He real.
I hope y'all getting this,
Nah,
man. I hope
man.
y'all get this.
Just being able to kind of like acknowledge the real, and understand that not everybody is gonna be perfect. I think I don't know what day was that, brother. Wednesday, we got into it mid practice, just going back and forth. But just two creators trying to work. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't allow it to get farther. You know what I'm saying? We had our moment. We went back to work. You know what I'm saying? So, just stuff like that. People that you can kind of like have those rough moments with bounce back, stuff like that. I think those are important when you're trying to build a circle. And not having yourself surrounded around yes men. I think that's another big thing. If it was on me, oh my God, we probably would have had so many different events that failed and so many different stuff. Cause you know me, I'm a creator.
This is gonna go.
I want to go. I'm ready.
I felt that.
Let's get the mansion and go ARP-a-thon. Like that's how I was feeling. But after talking over with everybody, you know what I mean, and understanding it's not a dictatorship. Is
Uh-oh.
me as the founder, but I have a whole board who makes decisions and things like that. So, just having people around you who not just gonna be like yes because you are a creator.
There we go.
It's yes, but is the timing right? Yes, but is the alignment right? Yes, but is the money right? You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that go into creating. So, I would probably definitely say that for sure.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this, man. Your level of discernment, man, just seemed like you just know where to go. I mean, was that always early on? You just like, man, I ain't with that. Just the way.
Yeah.
Was that, can you tell me how far back does that go to Dave? Like 8 years old? What does that look like?
Very young.
Okay.
My mom, she tells me all the time, like I was kind of like the wise child growing up. I used to like my sister would be crying or something, and I'd be trying to, like talk to her through the crying and stuff like that. So just since I was younger, I've always kind of like been wise beyond my years. They tell me, but I give all credit to God. I give all credit to God, man. When you talk about the discernment, one thing I take very serious when it comes to ARP, when it comes to our production and just producing as an org on campus, is really transforming lives. Like really, like my prayer to God before I walked in the gym today for the show was like, I just need one person to see the production, to see the show, to see everything working behind the scenes, to be in that bleacher and say, I can do this too. I can start an org. I can make change. I can take my visions that I'm having in my little dorm and sell out a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like I want just one person to have that impact in their soul tonight. So just kind of like, around that, but that's kind of like where I would say, on that edge.
Yeah, yeah, this man, I don't know, man. Man, that's the reason why I started this podcast, man. There's people out there, man. And sometimes, man, when things get low, they really get, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So maybe they about to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to going to the gym,
Yeah.
whatever that may be. Turn on podcast, man. Let me hear Dave's story. Let me level up.
Nah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? Because I mean, there's times where you guys are all leaders. This whole ARP force.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure some of you are down, and then one picks each other up.
Man.
But one thing I've noticed, man, is like a lot of leaders tend to like, okay, if I'm down, sometimes I'm gonna just, it's like you probably talk to me about ARP Force. They probably just know when, and you hiding it, right? I would assume so.
Oh, what you mean?
Okay, let's say like Dave not operating today. Maybe he looked tired, he hungry.
Yeah.
What's really going on? You ever had, but you knew, what I mean, you kept it to yourself. But at the same time, maybe Justin Reese might have been like, nah, bro. You ever had those?
Yeah, I think even today, just busy, 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 busy all day. And I just couldn't get to the gym at the time I wanted to get to the gym, and everybody stepped up. Reese, I checked in with Reese. I'm like, how we feeling? How's the energy? How's everything? He's like, bro, we good. You know what I mean? Show ready, we good. Everybody back here, everybody ready. So just small things like that would normally have somebody on their way to the show panicking. I'm on my way to the show calm. You know what I'm saying? I can have that moment of like solitude where I'm just like, You know what I mean? Woosah, like let's get through this. You know what I mean? So just small stuff like that. And even with me being away, like I said, having to withdraw from Wilberforce, me being away, having everybody step up. Like our founder is gone. We gotta meet, we gotta move pieces of the puzzle. And everybody being able to pivot, meeting, meeting spaces and meeting times and who they're listening to. You know what I mean? Like just different things like that. Just being able to pivot. I think that's kind of like the biggest thing in that aspect. You know what I mean? Like I think like a week before I left, I just had papers all around my bed. And I'm just standing over my bed with a bunch of papers, and he like came over and looked at them and was like, reading over all the visions and dreams and stuff that I wanted to do here at Wilberforce. It ain't even like layered down the line. I'm trying to do it now.
Mm.
Um, and just having a team of people who like, okay, like you gone, guess who now has, all of those dreams and visions? Reese and Justin. You know what I mean? So like trusting my visions in their hands while I'm away. And just
That's when you
staying
know you
together.
built something.
Man, just staying together, man. Just staying together, over communicating. Over communicating. I don't care if we
I
talked
like that.
about it yesterday. We can talk about it again today. And like you said, man, just building, and understanding that every day is not gonna be peaches and cream. Every show is not gonna be exactly how we want it. Every cue is not gonna be made. You know what I mean? But being proud of the growth and being proud of people stepping outside their shell, because that's really all this is about. When I got to Wilberforce, I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what. Um, and then like everybody had the same testimony on our e-board. Want to do something, but just didn't know exactly what. And now it feels good to know that we're walking in our purpose. We're walking in, what God has called us to do. So I just think that to the e-board, man, just thankful, thankful, thankful. I can't say it enough, man. They get it done every time. They do. They get it done every time.
Man, with that being said, man, I was pretty powerful. And with that being said, man, we got time. We've been doing a lot today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Camera's about damn near dead, so I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
it short.
I
This is a
appreciate it.
sweet one.
Yeah.
Man, I had to get y'all. I had to get Dave on this podcast. Like I said, man, he's a very powerful individual, y'all. I hope y'all got something from him because I know I sure did. With that being said, I don't know if you got anything left, Dave, but man, I'm about good to go.
Yeah, I definitely do wanna leave whoever watches this with some encouragement. And I kinda wanna go back and rewatch this myself when I'm down or need some encouragement. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Just about 2 months ago, I got, called to leave Wilberforce. You know what I mean? And we still producing. We still showing up. We still here. God got plans. You know what I mean? So whoever's watching this, just stay focused. It's light at the end of the tunnel. Trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust that God has a plan that has already been approved before you took your first breath. You know what I mean? Because that's all my life has been. That's all my story has been. It's nothing's been easy. Even to stand before y'all today has been crazy. You know what I mean? Just this past week to be able to be in Ohio right now, crazy. Um, so just grow, keep God first, and understand that, someday it'll all make sense. And even sitting right here with you today, base, life right now for me really ain't making sense. But just producing, showing up, just doing what I gotta do, being here for the guys, being here for, my e-board that trust me, being here for the mentees and the mentors through this org. So yeah, man, just whoever watching this, just stay focused, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep God first. And I promise you, God will order your steps and everything will work out exactly how it should.
It's just light at the end of the tunnel, y'all.
Man, it's light at the end of the tunnel. That's it, Doc. It's light at the end of the tunnel.
With that being said, I'm Bashir Musa, podcast producer. This is Fresh Beat Podcast. We got Dave here, and we are out.